Hello and welcome to the Heart of Markness podcast, episode 119, I think. I should look first, huh? I think it's episode 119. In any case, it's today's episode, whatever that number may be. Let's take a look real quick, shall we? So I'm not a liar. Episode 119. Yay, I'm not a liar. The topic today is, as you saw by the title, the best of 1979. There's a compilation that was made of the best of the 79, not even the 79 tour. Only 4 dates in 1979, so it's a weird one. Not a lot to choose from, but it was a banner year. It was the return of Zeppelin after the hiatus after Robert Plant's tragedy. And it was the band coming back, especially in England, to find that the environment had changed. Punk and new wave and all that stuff was the way to go, and Zeppelin was no longer the unquestioned king of the mountain. So, in '79, they had, for the first time in their career, had to kind of prove themselves. Not like they didn't have to do that on their first tour in '69, but they actually had to prove why they were the shit. They were still selling tickets, as evidenced by Knebworth, and had things gone differently, and they toured in 1980 in the States. It would have been a fucking barnbuster tour. Remember when the Stones did their Tattoo You tour, the 1981 tour, with all those horrible pastel colors in those enormous outdoor shows with the giant stage and all that? That's what Zeppelin would have ended up doing. Probably not as tacky, but it would have been a giant spectacle, and they would have been fools not to record some of it. But that's not what happened. They had their modest. The further it gets in the rearview mirror, the more kindly it is looked upon. 1980 tour, and even myself, which was one of the biggest critics of that tour, I found several shows that I just straight up like. They're a different band. Each stage of their career, they're kind of a different band. So if you went in 1980 looking to see the dynamic, unbelievable, turn on the dime, tight, top of their powers 1970 Led Zeppelin, you would have been disappointed. But if you went there to see a show, you would have been really, really happy. I am rambling. I am sorry, guys. I did not do much prep this week. As I've said, probably more than once, I've got several shows kind of on the back burner, and this is one of them. And the reason I did not really go diving, nothing really tickled my fancy this week, Zeppelin wise, other than what we're dealing with now. And mainly I also got Civilization 6 finally after 5 years. I've got over 3,000 hours in Civilization 5. These are video games, folks. I got Civ 6 this week because it was on sale for $14 down from $100 for everything, all these expansion packs and all this shit, crazy. So I got it, and I have been immersed in that. So it is calling to me now. I'm going to be spending all this coming weekend playing Civ. I'm turning down opportunities for socialization, turning down opportunities left and right, so I could play this game for a good 16 hours straight. So that's what's on my mind. Not Led Zeppelin this week, unfortunately. So I'm not phoning this in because I've listened to this and I've had this on the back burner, but I vacillated between Copenhagen 71, which I've already covered, and this Best of 79 compilation, much of which I have covered individually. And I chose this one over Copenhagen 71, not because Copenhagen isn't awesome. It is. But because I hadn't listened to it recently, and I wouldn't really know, and I don't remember what I played on the last episode that I covered Copenhagen. So, 71, that is, because there's Copenhagen on this one as well. So, I settled for this one because it's good. It's a nice compilation. They played 4 shows in 1979, 3 of which were not hot garbage. One of which was miraculously amazing, and the other 2 were real good. So let me give you the track list. And I also have to check, because I don't know if I put last week's show up on the site yet, which would piss me off, because I've been trying to be good on that. Anyway, here's the set list for this compilation. It is The Song Remains the Same, Celebration Day, Black Dog, Nobody's Fault, Over the Hills and Far Away, Misty Mountain Hop, Since I've Been Loving You, No Quarter, 10 Years Gone, Hot Dog, Rain Song, White Summer Black Mountainside, Kashmir, Trampled Underfoot, Foot, Sick Again, Achilles' Last Stand, The Noise Solo, In the Evening, Stairway to Heaven, Rock and Roll, and Whole Lot of Love. Is that all, Mark? No! We also have Heartbreaker and Communication Breakdown. Communication Breakdown being the only song chosen from the August 11th Knebworth concert. And if you've heard that concert, you'll know why. It wasn't a good one, unfortunately. But the rest of them were. And we're going to hear some of it, and it's going to make you happy, and you will be happy forever. So I decree. Is that true? I don't know. I am waiting for my pizza. I'm getting pizza tonight because I want pizza. And my groceries are coming tomorrow, and I don't have anything in the house that's any healthier than pizza at the moment. So I'm getting pizza. What do you care, right? Alrighty. My order is in the oven according to the Domino's tracker. Domino's pizza going howbrow, aren't you, Mark? I am, because here's the downside of Portland, Oregon. There's a lot of places to get pizza. The Northwest doesn't really do pizza. They've gotten a lot better, but their pizzas are more pine nut, artichoke heart, cornmeal crust kind of cuisine in a lot of ways. And I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for good old pizza. Now, if I were to get good old pizza, I can get Domino's, which is just pizza, as we know. It's just path of least resistance. It's fine. But any other pizza, we're talking, $25 to $40. And I don't want to spend $25 to $40 for a pizza. So I'm getting Domino's because it's just fine. I know what I'm getting. And now I don't have to think about it. All right, here ends my Domino's manifesto. Righto. What are we going to do, folks? We are going to start with Celebration Day, which is from, I believe it's from the 24th. Let me see. Open up my notes here. So yes, the Celebration Day is from July 24th, 79, the second night in Copenhagen. One of my favorite shows. And I've featured this show at least twice. So that's why I'm doing Celebration Day and not my biggies, No Quarter, and 10 Years Gone. Because Copenhagen, the 24th in Copenhagen is my favorite 10 Years Gone of all time, hands down. As you know, and as you've heard. So fear not, I'm not going to make you listen to it again. But I am going to make you listen to Celebration Day from the 24th of July, 1979, Copenhagen, Denmark. One thing about this is a small venue because it's just a warm-up show. It is very, very loud. Well, the recording isn't. The recording's actually quite good. It's a bit distant and a bit thin, but it is an excellent audio recording. Taped from the balcony with a nice Ewer reel-to-reel, stereo mics. This is not the pseudonym remaster, which I prefer. This is the straight-up master to DAT x4 to CDR x3 version, which was prevalent and preferred before the pseudonym remaster came out. I'm featuring this because that's what's used in the compilation, and I don't want to bait and switch, and it's still really good. So, there is apparently a soundboard for this show, and the other one as well, that may be held in hoarder circles, or at least it's known about. I've seen a lot of chatter about how it does exist, and I've even seen some chatter about how it will see the light of day at some point. That would be the shit. If I could get a soundboard of the 24th of July, 1979, I would die a happy man, because somebody would make a kick-ass Matrix with it, and it would be the best fucking show that's occurred in a long time. Alrighty, here we go. Celebration Day, July 24th, 1979, Copenhagen, Denmark. Led Zeppelin, this is their second show since the 24th of July, 1977. And the boys are kicking the rust off, and they are kicking ass. Jimmy is a fucking wizard in this show. It's 1973 again. I say it all the time. It's the cliche, but that's what it is. He sounds great. So enjoy it, dear friends, and I hope it makes you happy. I'll be back shortly.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your patience and waiting for the disappearing lights. Well, it's been 8 years since we were here last time, so There's not too much talking to do, quite a bit of playing. This is Black Dog.
That was good. Man, I would like to hear a soundboard of that. Something with some bass. Some more bass. Smooth out that treble. Give me some more bass. Holy shit. That'd be a revelation. I hope you enjoyed it. My pizza got here because it got here lickety fucking split in 20 minutes. Yahoo. Well then, Mr. Donahue, what are we going to listen to now? Well, I think I'm going to play Misty Mountain Hop. It's not a song I play that much because it's not one of my favorite songs. But it is from the first Knebworth show. And the first Knebworth show is from, here are the sources used. For July 23rd, the first Copenhagen show, we have the KRWCO transfer version. For the next night, the 24th, that you just heard, is what I said before, the Master DAT CDR. For the first Knebworth, we're using Thanks for 11 Years, the Winston Matrix. And for the second Knebworth show, if we feature that, will be the 30th anniversary edition Weed Whacker version. So let's go to the Winston Matrix for Misty Mountain Hop from August 4th, 1979, in the lovely Knebworth field. Enjoy, friends.
Sounds of people singing
There we go. It's interesting with the audience recording part of the Matrix picking up just the the people around the taper. It doesn't sound like there's 100,000 or more people there, but there were. I promise you. Alrighty, it's interesting. 79 is a really interesting year. I wish they had done more. I guess there's recordings and I think maybe footage of the rehearsal for Knebworth, or one of the rehearsals for Knebworth. That would be cool to see. I've been following a couple of the sites that I'm on, the Dogs of Doom and Royal Orleans specifically, have been talking about, what are your holy grails, your 2021 revised holy grails, because a lot of cool shit's come out lately. Thank you, Eric and the Dogs of Doom. Jesus, amazing folks. But it just stirred the pot again, and that's where the multiple confirmations that the Copenhagen 79 soundboards will be released someday. And it was said by enough people, and some of the people, that I think that means it's already in the works and part of the project. It's just the release date isn't yet. Or it's just, I don't know, something's happened. The machine's clunked and moved forward a bit, and now it seems more in the realm of inevitability rather than possibility. And that's awesome. You know what else is inevitable? Another song. This is going to be Whole Lotta Love from the August 4th Knebworth, which is on the DVD. So why am I putting it on here? Because it's on the compilation, and it's good, and it has that new arrangement. The ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Very interesting. Also interesting that's more of a bass riff than a guitar riff. Not that the guitar doesn't play it, but when I'm hearing it, I'm hearing Jonesy. Alright, let me double check. Whole Lotta Love. It is from the first Knebworth show. Same show as the Misty Mountain Op, so the sound will be the same. Alright, friendos. I'll see you in a few minutes. Whole Lotta Love, 1979. The return of Led Zeppelin. Enjoy.
Give you my love.
can hear you, I can hear you. I said, woman! I don't think the people in Stevenage can hear you when I say, woman! I don't think the people in Newcastle can hear you when I say, yeah, woman! You know you make me wanna. You know you make me wanna. You know you make me wanna. Ooh, baby. You make me wanna sing a lot of songs, yeah. I said, one night. Way down inside. I believe I can hear. I said, way down inside. You need it. Thank you for the talks. I've got it. Thanks. I don't know how to say it. Thanks for 11 years.
It's really moving to hear the audience as they're waiting for the encore. They sing "You Never Walk Alone." They start singing spontaneously, 100,000 plus people. But it doesn't happen for like 3 more minutes, and it just seemed too long to keep in. Well, why didn't you edit it, Mark? Because I already cut and deleted the track. So that's what I was going for. That's why there's all that audience and stuff after the show. I was trying to let it flow, because if it was short enough, it would have been a really nice, moving moment. But alas, it was not to be. Now that Whole Lot of Love, to me, sounded like a bunch of people who had not played together for a while. It wasn't bad in any way. Performance-wise, there was nothing bad about it. It just didn't gel, to me, the way Zeppelin did. They hadn't come all the way back yet, I don't think. I don't know. Again, maybe it's just me. I always read too much into this shit. The slogan for this podcast, splitting hairs and talking shit. So let's split hairs. It sounded like a big outdoor festival show. Big outdoor festival shows typically are not the best shows for a band. I don't know why. But not that was bad at all. It's just, it's what we have. It's a perfectly wonderful show. I prefer the 24th, but I don't know. I guess maybe that's what it is. This particular iteration of Whole Lotta Love with the new doesn't flow as smoothly as it should because it's a brand new arrangement. I think they did it in Copenhagen too, but it doesn't. It's not a smooth transition yet. It's still this okay, now, which it would be for any time you're doing something new. So all right, cut them some slack, Mark. Jesus Christ. All right, friendos. No, I will. You're right. But first, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter under the nom de plume Heart of Markness. You can also find me on heartofmarkness.com, which is where I post the links to the shows that I feature. So you will be able to download them in their entirety and not just be stuck listening to the tracks I selected. You could have the whole gosh darn thing. Oh, no, it does look like everything is up on my website. Thank Christ. Alrighty. If you're on my website and you take a look in the upper left-hand corner, you will notice a Become a Patron button. If you like what I do and you like how I do it, consider becoming a patron if you're of a mind to. And you can be part of holding this show together, keeping the lights on, help me pay for the hosting on SoundCloud and the mega site where I host the shows and the website, etc., and pay for things like the new computer that I need, etc., and so forth. You know how Patreon works. In fact, here are the current titans upon whose shoulders rests the Heart of Markness. A laurel and a hearty handshake go out to Picard, Knebworth. Knebworth, it's good to see you on Dogs of Doom. I lurk all the time. I rarely participate because that's how I am, introverted to the core. But I see you on there and it's cool to see. Jeff, my brother, thank you for suggesting those Black Crows shows. I'm glad you like what I'm doing, and I'm always up for more, even if I don't immediately take you up on it. Chris, Michael, Rob from Melbourne, Australia, Wayne, Brad, Dan, Yell, Tracy, oh my God, I'm sorry I didn't get breakfast with you last weekend. It was Sarah's birthday. I'm sorry, I will contact you. David, Mark, I am sorry I missed you in your Portland run again. If you're coming back down from Seattle and swinging by, please contact me. It's not a heat tsunami, and none of my friends have died recently, so it'll be a decent time to reconnect if you're up for it, my brother. Otherwise, you have a good time. Other David, Bonzo Billy, and of course, Mimo. Mimo, I was talking about you today at work. About what? I'll never tell. All right, friendos. Those are the friendos that contribute to keeping this podcast on the rails. Nothing like a carrot to keep me trudging. Because I need it sometimes. When I first started this podcast as a lark, whenever I felt like doing it, I went almost an entire year between episodes. After that, I'm like, well, are you going to do this or not? And I am, so I am. Been doing this every week since then, and it's going quite swimmingly, thank you. And I usually do a classic rock podcast on the weekends. Usually another band. Usually it's whatever the latest Mike Millard release is, or it's just something else I want to feature. I haven't done it the last couple of weeks, mainly because of heat. It's been ridiculously hot here in Portland. Earlier it was 116, which is fucking crazy. And like I said earlier, family birthdays and stuff, I just haven't done it as much. I am going to do at least a couple patron only episodes this weekend, because I'm still a couple behind and I need to get caught up. I have one already begun. I just need to finish it, and I just need to do a couple more. I will probably, maybe, do a classic rock episode this weekend. I've blocked out all this free time, but as I said before and just remembered, I'm going to be playing Civ 6. So shit, I'm going to have to work to get the minimum done because I'm going to be playing that game all weekend. All right, friendos. Oh, I was about to sign off, but it's not time to sign off yet. Sorry. Slight digression. All right, the business is taken care of. Everything else, YouTube, right? I said YouTube. Yeah, you guys know I'm on YouTube. Perfection. One last song. There we go. Now I remember. It's all coming back to me. We're going to finish with Communication Breakdown. The only song from August 11th. And the last song played by Led Zeppelin publicly on British soil until 2007. All right, friendos. Communication Breakdown from August 11th, the second Knebworth. You will be able to download this at heartofmarkness.com, this particular beautiful compilation. I don't recall who made it. I have a guess, but whenever I guess, I'm wrong. I do know who made it. Jesus Christ. I looked at the notes. Zepphead 315, the maker of many good compilations, many good releases, many good redos, remasters, tightening it up. You do great work. You're a wonderful human being, and I'm glad you exist. You know who else I'm glad exists? I exist. Blah, 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 blah. You know who else I am glad exists? Is that proper? That's awkward. I don't like that. You, the listener. That's right. It's like PBS. The Archer Daniels Midland Foundation. Working for a lush, green, and verdant world. And you, the listener. What I was going to say, aside from you, I am very glad you're listening. Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Jeremy. Patron Emeritus. He who created the logo that you see on this podcast, the little microphone. He who purchased, out of the blue, this real microphone through which I'm talking to you. So it doesn't sound like I'm talking to you on an Edison wax cylinder or sending in dispatches from the front. Bless you, Jeremy. You are a better man than I could ever hope to be. All right. Jesus Christ. Communication Breakdown. Here we go.
Merci bien. We'll see you soon, very soon. Not about the marquee, but somewhere soon. See you later, bye.
There you have it. A compilation of the sparsest year, aside from 1968, for recorded gigs. Although in 68 they did more gigs than they did in 79. It's a neat thing. It's an interesting part of the band's history. It's when they decided to go for it and give it another try and pull it together, and there's some really great moments. So please avail yourself of this compilation. heartofmarkness.com, you can grab it. Maybe not tonight, but you will be able. If it's not there, it'll be there in a day or so. And I will talk to you soon. Please be good to yourselves and each other. And if there's a show you want me to cover, or you want to talk to me, you can hit me up on Twitter. You can hit me up on Facebook. Send me a comment on the site, or you can email me at mark@heartofmarkness.com, and I'll hear what you have to say. All right, friendos, again, be good to yourselves and each other, and thank you very, very much.